Hey everybody, I'm Steve. I'm the creator of MediaWiz, Captivating Christian, Blockbusters, MC Swigga, and all that jazz. And I'm doing my second video commentary, this time on how Chris banned Halloween. If anybody wants me to do more of these commentaries, maybe even for some MediaWiz stuff, like when me and Gus did a commentary over our crossover Jack and Jill review, feel free to let me know so that way we can, bring some new content to the Facebook page and, some offshore stuff when I'm still working on other things. But anyway, so let's talk about this one. This came about mainly because I wanted to do a Grinch parody because the year before I uploaded this, I think 2017. In 2016 I did a parody of Christmas Carol with Chris. But I wanted to do the Grinch shortly after because a lot of content creators, like AVGN is an example, and that was kind of a big influence on this video, specifically with the kind of animatic style and the still shots and the occasional clips thrown in. But mainly, the reason I picked Halloween is because we've established before that Chris doesn't like Halloween for, very, extremist reasons, it's the Satan Day, and anyone that likes Halloween is a Satan supporter and, supports black magic and all this kind of stuff. And I also heard one that was like, oh, it's just over-commercialized to sell candy. And it's like, oh yeah, because that doesn't apply to any other holiday. It's just this one specifically. But, so, yeah, I got the idea for it. And around the time that I was working on it, the whole Moana controversy happened of like, oh, is it racist to wear costumes of characters from Moana? And that kind of tunneled into, Francesca Ramsey and, videos of that type from that side of things. So I was like, so you got two different ideologies, they're often conflicting with one another. You got the conservatives versus the liberals, but they're both arguing the same thing because it escalated on both sides to there's people straight up saying to stop glorifying Halloween and that we need to get rid of Halloween. And it's one thing to not like Halloween, that's totally fine. That kind of thing's subjective, that's opinions. But, I mean, that whole stance of, that moral grandstanding thing, most of the time from the Christy Ians and the Susie J. Warrens of the world is just annoying. And that's kind of what we were satirizing with this. So, here we go with the Grinch theme parody, the You're a Mean One, Mr. Chris. I actually think this is better than the last time I parodied it, because I did a Grinch song parody for the Christmas album for Swigga. I didn't really like how that came out, just because looking back on it, it was mixed not very well, so... Yeah, I feel like parodying the Jim Carrey version of this song was actually a lot better, because it was easier to mix and syncing it up, and the pictures were fun. I like that little Ben Carson mouth animation. I always like doing stuff like that. It's very Monty Python. So, yeah, editing this whole thing was fun. The writing of this video is another thing I wanted to touch on, because just like with any story-based videos that I do, the other one I did a commentary on, The End of Chris and The Chris Must Go On, I usually save these near the end of the month because, but the thing is, I'll work on them consecutively as the month goes while also balancing other videos like MediaWiz stuff and Blockbusters and Swigga stuff and whatever other content we've got on the plate. But, yeah, I was writing this for the whole month, and I was doing a bunch of rewrites for it, and eventually I got the script done, and, yeah, so, and also working on the drawings. I would do, I think 5, 6, maybe 7 drawings a day as time would go by, so that way we'd get all the stuff synced up. I love that Iron Man picture, by the way. So, that was part of working on this video, was doing the drawings and taking it slowly, but slowly making sure that you'd have the video ready for the end of the month. And it was funny because I ended up getting the video uploaded, I think, a day before Halloween, or a couple hours before Halloween started. I forget exactly, but yeah. So another thing I also liked was the audio mixing. I liked the 3 different songs that are played, not counting the Grinch instrumental. The 3 songs that are played in the background are actually from the same person, so I just typed in, good stock Halloween music on YouTube, and I found, these 3 tracks of audio, we're currently on the second one right now, but it was from the same person, and I thought they all sounded good, and I tried to find the ones that worked well with the tone of the story. And so here, like, we have kind of an eerie, kind of like moody sounding type of beat that goes along with the kind of, you know, the sound of Chris, you know, trying to pull off this whole like boycott of his. And the last song is more of an upbeat style going for it, which kind of goes along with what you think is supposed to be a happy ending. Here we go with Susie, the left-wing counterpart to Chris's right-wing Christian persona. Yeah. And this is obviously Shannon doing the voice, and I appreciate Shannon doing this. I love this line of cultural appropriation. That line, I needed something that rhymes, so I just put a disease on our nation. And ever since then, me and Cody Slusher, the Critical Kid, we've always like laughed about that every time we brought this video up. It's like, and we've even talked about maybe bringing Susie back for other videos, and we did once. We did with, I'll bring it up later near the end, but we brought Susie back for Chris and Susie talk about Mario Odyssey. But who knows? Maybe there'll be a future for the character. And this is hinting that Chris just might have a thing for Susie, because they're both very, very into their ideologies. It's just they're both swinging the opposite way of left and right. Also, a thing I noticed, like, while writing this, the whole story is very similar to that Cartoon Network special called Scary Godmother 2, Jimmy's Revenge. It's very similar to that, because that was also kind of a Grinch take on Halloween. Even down to the whole pumpkin patch, destroying pumpkins and trying to vandalize Halloween costumes. And even the whole TPing thing. So that was kind of, I don't know, does anyone remember that special? Comment below if you remember watching Scary Godmother. But anyway, so yeah, Chris didn't ban the holiday. It came just the same. Well, Chris, no, it didn't come without any of those things, because people still have them. I also like that picture of the guy in the hot dog costume. I just punched in Halloween costume on Google Images, and that was one of the first things to pop up. I'm like, why not? And just when you think Chris is going to learn something, he doesn't. So there you go. Chris didn't learn anything this video, but he will later at the end of Chris. These costumes that they're wearing are actually callbacks. Like, Adam and Swigga are wearing costumes from the Birdemic 2 Blockbusters review, and MediaWiz is wearing the Board James costume that he referenced at the end of the Stan Helsing review for his show. This sets up Chris and Susie potentially doing stuff together in the future, which then led to, like I said earlier, Chris and Susie talk about Mario Odyssey. And I like Pony Fanboy's kind of... Pony Fanboy just has a Pinkie Pie beanie along with his pink Pinkie Pie shirt. So, yeah. So that ends this video. I'm still working on stuff. This was just to tide people over because I've got some MediaWiz stuff, Blockbuster stuff coming down the pipeline. Look forward to that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.